Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've posted, and a couple of weeks ago I asked you guys if you had any questions for me. Basically any type of questions, whether that's personal or about specific things that I talk about on my channel. And you guys gave me some really great questions. Wow, he's really making himself comfortable. That's Spud. Okay, so today's just a casual video. I'm dressed pretty terribly right now. I'll just tell you guys what I'm wearing here. This is a men's long sleeve shirt with some fleece on the inside, and it's from Walmart. And basically, my son has this type of shirt. His is different, a different style and everything, different plaid. And I kept stealing it when I would run outside to go feed the deer, and now he's been feeding them anyway. I just love it. It's so comfy. It's large and everything. And I bought one for myself from the men's department. And that's what I'm going to be wearing today because it's just really comfortable, and it's really cold in the room right now for some reason. So with all that aside, if my cat starts getting kind of annoying, I'm sorry, but he might make things more interesting. The first question was from Susan, and she asked what my current diet is. For my diet, I am almost keto, but I'm mostly just pretty low carb in general. It does fluctuate and change regularly, but overall, I'm very low carb. I don't have dairy and I don't have gluten, and it's just something that's happened because of my body rejects those things. Because I have Hashimoto's, a thyroid issue, I stay far away from gluten. It causes me so many problems. So many people don't realize that it causes a lot of problems for them, and they may not realize why they're not getting better. That's just my experience with people and for myself. For snacks, I'll just say I like to go for things like macadamia nuts, almonds, cashews. My absolute favorite though are macadamia nuts. And then for other snacks, I'll have, meat sticks. And there's a variety of different kinds that are out there. The really good quality ones, they're really expensive, so I kind of switch back and forth between what I have. Sometimes I'll have pork rinds, and if you've ever had them and you think they're really, really gross, there are some other options out there. If you just get the cheapest one from Walmart or wherever it is, yeah, those do taste pretty gross in my opinion, but if you can get a better brand from somewhere else, Spud, stop. Sorry, from somewhere else, there's some really good ones. So I like to buy them from Thrive Market, and I'll put them on the screen, the ones that I personally like. But overall, that's how I've been eating. I really, really love eating this way because I feel very stable. I'm not having cravings all the time. I really just feel pretty great, and I'm very productive, and I sleep better. Before, when I used to think I was healthy, but I was still eating way too many carbs, I would have blood sugar issues and hypoglycemia, and I'd feel like I'm gonna die if I don't eat, I need to eat, and I'd be freaking out. And I'm just really happy I don't have that now. I also recently bought something. It's a ketone reader, and it's like a breathalyzer, and it's called Biosense, because I've been curious, because I don't really follow the ketogenic diet, but I really like it, and I lean very heavily towards eating that way. For the most part, though, like I said, I cheat here and there, and I seem to be fine, and I go back into how I was eating without issues at all. Yeah, so I was curious, am I in ketosis? So I got the Biosense device, and I have been in ketosis for the most part to a moderate level. So that's been pretty interesting. Before continuing, I wanted to give you guys a question, a little quiz, so you can guess which thing is correct about me. Which job did I have previously? Number 1, I used to be a dealer at a casino in Milwaukee. Number 2, I used to be a janitor at a mental health facility. Or number 3, I used to work at, I can't even read what I wrote. What? Oh, I used to work at a veterinary clinic as a secretary. So is it 1, I was a dealer at a casino in Milwaukee, 2, I used to be a janitor at a mental health facility, or 3, I worked at a veterinary clinic as a secretary? Which one? If you have a guess, you guys, you can put it down below in the comments section, and if you get it right, I'm going to pick one of the correct answers and the people, and you're going to win a set of peels like this from Platinum Skincare, and it's going to be the glycolic peel set. Unless if you're the winner and you have an issue with glycolic acid, you can just tell me which other one you prefer, like lactic acid or something else, and I will give you that set instead and have it shipped to you. I'll order it for you and have it shipped. Anthony Parkinson asked, what supplements do I take? Ooh, that's a tough one. So every day I take turmeric and quercetin, almost every day. Of course I always say that I stop supplements also, but generally speaking, I take those every day. They really, really help me with a couple of different things, with overall inflammation. And the quercetin, I really believe, has helped me with chronic sinus issues that I used to have, in combination with inflammation that would go with that, because those issues used to cause me chronic headaches, which sometimes would turn into migraines, and it's really, really difficult for me to even function at those times when I would be dealing with it, even if it was just a severe headache that wouldn't go away for days. I just don't have that now, and besides the turmeric and quercetin, I started taking NMN a couple of years ago, so I don't know exactly which one it is that's really done it for me, or if it's all combined. But over the last couple of years, I just don't have the issues that I used to have. Other than that, for supplements, like I mentioned, I take NMN, liposomal NMN. I'm actually taking NMN, NR, and NAD in a supplement called NAD Complete. So it has 3 in 1, and that's my absolute favorite. And other than that, when I start getting a little bit sick, or I start getting concerned that I could have been exposed to some type of virus from traveling and stuff, I will take black seed oil, and I will take AHCC. Those are very potent, and sometimes an elderberry supplement, and NAC, NAC, otherwise liposomal glutathione. Other than that, I do also take zinc, and I of course take vitamin D3 and K2. And I'm trying to think, I do take like a variety, a bunch different supplements, and recently I started taking Shilajit. I will talk about that in a different video. That stuff is pretty amazing and potent as well, and a lot of people don't know about it, and it could help a lot of people, especially guys who have issues with testosterone levels. It does help with that. It's been shown in different studies to help increase those levels and also improve other issues of infertility for men. That's according to some studies. And it doesn't just help men though, it also helps with overall energy. It really helps with a lot of different things. It contains a lot of different minerals, but I'll save that for a different video. I just really wanted to mention that one as it's something I started taking again recently. When it comes to dating here, none. Absolutely, I've had absolutely no experiences with it. I've tried to be friendly and to get to know people around here, and even with the guys, you know, try to smile and just make small talk or whatever when interacting with people, and I've had death stares from the people, from the guys. So I'm not sure what that's about, but I've had absolutely no interest from anybody around here. Nobody's asked me anything. Nobody's been interested in me. The weirdest thing was, I mean, I've traveled a little bit, and when I get outside of this area, I feel so shocked because people are asking me out, and I'm not used to that. Heard women say this a lot, and you feel like you're invisible, especially as you get older, and you're just, that's it. Or if there's some other reason, which I've heard this from somebody else who had a situation where she gained some weight, and she mentioned how since that time she's just invisible to the men out there. So I honestly can really relate to that from living here. I've only become aware of it when I've left this area, and it's been different, and it's like, wow, it's just so different, you guys. So yeah, I've had no experiences with it here. Once in a while, I used to go through phases where I would go on some dating sites. Man, you guys, you gotta please be careful, please be careful. Do background checks, look them up from their county and everything. So I've tried that here and there. I've almost gone out with some really dangerous people. One thing that happened, this was years ago, I was on one of the sites chatting with this guy who was a single parent, and he was from Illinois, and he had his own business. He seemed like he had his stuff together and that he loved his kid. He seemed like a really great person, okay? And so things were getting really interesting, and I had planned to go meet him. And he knew where I was from, so it was kind of easy to look me up, like my address or something. So he had access to that just by knowing my full name and the area where I lived. And so right before I was supposed to meet him, I did do background checks on him, but I failed miserably. So please do a good job and at least also look them up in Google, Facebook, whatever, all those things, because I did some background checks, but I think I did it in the wrong county. And then also I didn't, what did I do wrong? Oh, I didn't even Google him. So the second I finally decided to Google him right before I was about to meet him, and some terrible, terrible stuff came up about how he was in the news for punching somebody in the face at a bar and he knocked his teeth out, which is insane. And then the story went on to say how this guy has a history of being violent, and he has another case that they got the records of with him. I don't know if it was considered kidnapping this woman, but this person he was dating, he, I believe, choked her and put her in the trunk of his vehicle, which I would think would be considered kidnapping. And I have never been so freaked out in my entire life. Okay, I've been that freaked out, but I was really freaked out when I read this stuff. And then his ex actually contacted me. It turned into this big thing. I was so scared that he was kind of obsessed with me and was gonna try to do something or try to come find me. Back then, I don't think my brother knew this, but like I stayed over at my brother's house for a couple of nights because I was just afraid to even be at home. I was really paranoid after finding out how psychotic the guy was. And that's my experience with dating there. Besides that, since I've been here, at that time I said I would never go on a dating site again in my life. I can meet people in person. But out of some curiosity once in a while, I would go on dating sites. So I went on one here, chatted with a couple guys who sounded like legitimately good people. They gave me their numbers right away, so I used the numbers. I'm good at finding people and researching. My cat. So I found their full names from the numbers, and I looked them up, and they both had domestic abuse charges, both of them, recent ones. So that was another reason to get off of those sites. So just be careful. Please be careful. Now, that's my whole dating spiel for now. I'll talk about it more in the future. I just don't want to reveal too much information right now.